A year later, and I'm still banned for speaking out about the media. My options: work a minimum wage job or my passion, and do what I believe is right to show why my media career has come to a halt. EJ Manuel's current reputation is just an example of the madness the media creates when its audience allows it to trash players unjustly for ratings.
If EJ was so close to Tyrod and camp and all of that, why wouldn't you play him if the guy's got a sprained MCL? And hasten his development.
That's a good question. I think EJ did a tremendous job for us in the preseason. I know there's a lot of criticism out there on, that we moved Castle and all that stuff, but we moved Castle, as we mentioned before, because of EJ and of his development. And, so we'll see. I mean, if he has to play, we're very comfortable and confident that he'll do a great job for us.
Chris, would it be very important, given the limited time that EJ has had to work with the offense starters in practice, that you've got to devote as much as you can to get him there? I know you'd love to see the other guy be your starter, the regular starter. Aren't you balancing that as you approach this week?
That's a good point. We are. I mean, we're going to give EJ, the majority of the reps. Today in the practice field. I mean, we're not, we know Tyrod's not 100%. We recognize that, but he is getting better. And these young guys, they heal pretty quick.
How do you think EJ's handled sort of the ups and downs of not winning the job? Then he was the backup, then Matt came back, he was the third guy, now he's going to step in and possibly be the starter again. How do you think he's handled that emotionally?
Oh, he's been absolutely terrific. Him and Tyrod, they're outstanding together in the meetings. They've been, they're real supportive of each other. And if EJ is the quarterback this game, we got all the confidence in the world in him.
I think Matt Castle's going to start for Dallas next week. That surprise
you? I'm not worried about their team or something. I wish them well. Matt's a good guy. And the thing about, Matt played well here. And the fact that we made the move we did ought to tell you how we feel about EJ and Tyrod.
After resigning Matt, after he was cut, what happened over the 2 weeks that gave you confidence in EJ, despite the fact he was working mostly with the scout team and getting limited reps in practice?
Well, we were confident. It was a tough decision by this for this organization, because quite honestly, we were very confident in EJ Manuel. The fact, we also were confident in Matt. There's no question. But it came down to the fact that we are so confident in EJ and his improvement that was. It was really more about that than anything else.
If you do get an opportunity, how much more ready for it do you think you are at this point, not only this season but your career, than maybe you have been the last couple of years?
Yeah, very eager to see what happens, for Sunday. But I definitely feel confident in what I can do. I think my teammates feel the same way. I know, obviously Tyrod's going to try his best to get out there and play, but if he doesn't, just go out there and help us, help our team win.
How do you prepare with the question, not knowing who's going to be the guy?
Same way. All these past couple weeks, I've still been preparing. Like, I have the opportunity to play just in case something happened to Ty. And, even last week when he hurt his whatever, late in the game, I was ready to go. So he was able to finish it up as tough as nails. So it's the same way this week. Just be ready and be prepared for whatever.
How is EJ a different quarterback now than when you first saw him when he got here?
I think he's, more comfortable in our system and what we're doing. And I think he's just, a more confident player. But, I think he's, a very talented guy that it just continues to grow. I mean, he comes in every day with a great attitude and a great work ethic that allows him to get better and develop. I think he's had a lot of experiences as a professional quarterback that he can draw on, and that's a very big positive. He was thrown into the fire right off the bat, and not the easiest position in the world to do that at. So, I think he's, he's just building his experience.
With EJ, is there anything you guys have done to sort of rebuild his confidence? I mean, not many first-round picks get benched and come back and make a big impact.
Those secrets cannot be told, okay? Those secrets cannot be told. They are in a box that I keep locked away. And if everybody had those secrets, then, what would I know?
Is that the biggest thing with him, though, when you have a quarterback like that that's been, benched and things like that?
I think the biggest thing is this. The biggest thing is just, here's what you've done. Here's what we see you can do. If you eliminate this little bit and you add this little bit, look at what might happen. And then guys start to do that, and they start to see, wait a second here, maybe I am pretty good. And I think it's really, it's a matter of just kind of trimming the margins. Trim that out, add that on, and now all of a sudden, everything changes.
How'd you feel about the EJ had? He gets a little more reps, you can see him a little bit more at the first offense. How's he look?
Look really good. I think he's got a good grasp of the game plan. He's looked good. He's throwing the ball extremely well. So yeah, he's looked good.
Would you have any hesitation to play EJ or start EJ if, in your mind, Taylor's health wasn't what you want it to be or he wants to be, in the sense that confidence that EJ gets the job done?
Well, we said all along that we've been really impressed with EJ, and all through training camp, obviously in the preseason games, and right now we've had great confidence in him, and that's. And he goes into play, we expect him to do really good things.
For a reminder of what happened, check episode 4, game 1.
So when did you decide to play EJ? Did you ever really seriously think you were going to play that?
No, I definitely was considering Tyrod, but I think when I looked at him, I'm like, you know what, he's not. I just never felt that he was fully ready to play, and that's why I decided to go with EJ, and we have confidence in EJ, so. That was why I made that decision.
Rex, what was your overall impression of EJ?
I thought at the times, he was outstanding. And then other times, you probably wish he had a couple throws back, but overall, I was pretty happy with EJ.
Tyrod has an ability to make things happen when everything breaks down. You didn't see that as much with EJ. How much does the offense miss Tyrod's ability to do that?
Well, Tyrod, I think, is a special guy. There's no question about it with his escapability and all that. I think you did. I would disagree a little bit. I think you did see some of that with EJ as well. He made a couple of big runs when he got out of the pocket. So he had a 16-yard run. I just saw it here, but he's. Is he as elusive as Tyrod Taylor? No, absolutely not. But I don't know how many of them in the league are.
I think obviously there's some things I wish I could have done better. As a unit on offense, wish we'd have done better on third down, convert more early in the game. That second quarter time. I was very proud of the way we fought toward the end of the game, but there's always some things to clean up when you look at the tape.
How long did it take you to get to your rhythm?
Not long. The first drive, I thought went well. Obviously, Shady set it off with a great run. Great catch by Clay, and we were able to cap it off with a touchdown. So, rhythm-wise, I don't think that was really an issue. I think, as a whole unit, we just have to continue to fight against the penalties and things like that, so we don't push ourselves back. But personally, I thought, just be more accurate, continue to work on those types of things, and allow guys a chance to catch a run.
EJ, you've had quite a bit of time to think about the next start. How did you think you months for yourself?
Yeah, it's been a long time. Thought it went all right. At the end of the day, we didn't win, so that's the toughest part. But performance-wise, of course, there's some things I wish I could have done better. But I thought it was solid.
What's the difference between that opening drive and the rest of the ball game?
I can't really say what specifically was the difference. I thought we had some stanzas in there where we're going third and out, or I know the interception. To Hogan, would have liked to have that back, of course, but throughout the course of the game, that's going to happen. So, I'd have to look at the tape first and see.
EJ, how much did field position impact how Greg called this game for you, knowing what the game plan was going in?
Yeah, I don't think it affected it too much. I think Coach Roman allowed us to take some shots. He allowed us to move the ball down the field. Obviously, we consider ourselves a running team. We think run first, pass second. And I thought, I think I looked at the stat line, 263 with 42 attempts. So he allowed us to have the chance, or allowed me the chance to throw the ball down the field, and I was really happy about that.
EJ, you've had a lot of time to watch these games. Did you feel like a different player than you were before last year?
I did. I think the biggest difference for me is when we were down, not allowing the flow of the game to necessarily change my confidence or change my flow of how I felt about my performance or what I was going to do the next drive and things like that. As a quarterback, you need to stay even keel, and that was probably the biggest thing I felt that was different.
EJ, have you been told when Tyrod's healthy again, he's going back under center?
I haven't been told that yet.
How do you feel you did today with your chance of keeping the position?
I thought I did strong. I mean, it's my first start in a long time, not an excuse, but, as a performance, I would have wanted to win the game. That's as a quarterback, that's how you're rated. Your stats are one thing, but you want to win the game, so we didn't get that done today.
EJ, outside of the regular mentality of always preparing until you're the starter, you're going into this Jaguars game for under the presumption that you're going to be starting.
It's the same thing for me. I'm not sure how it's going to play out this week with Tyrod's health, but, I'm going to continue to prepare like I am having to start next week as well.
How do you feel EJ handled himself on preparing?
I thought he did well. We're confident in EJ. He's a starter. Nobody had any type of different thoughts about him because we like to play ball. So just got to do a better job of helping him out. Put up points first drive. Great way to start the game. Just got to be consistent throughout.
What happened after that? Did they change anything defensively?
I think it was just not finishing on third down. We had a lot of 3 and outs. After that drive, and I think they were stopping us. And we got to execute. They're throwing a lot at us, and even just playing some zones. Just got to find the zones and get open.
Penalties hurt again. It's been kind of a consistent thing through 6 games.
Right, penalties are costing us. And every loss we had, big penalties. 2 of myself. In the blocking game, just got to be better.
What do you think of EJ's?
I think EJ played well. Coming in, putting up some points. I love what he did on the ground. Guys, covered downfield and made a big play on the ground and did some things with his feet and his arm.
That's a wrap for the Bengals edition. I don't know about the rest of you, but I've had it with the exaggeration from the media. They either don't care who they trash, aren't educated enough, or just too lazy to watch the film. In my next montage, I will include the Jaguars edition of the Bills press conferences to remind the public of what was said. I get that some of you fans became attached to these media members, but you deserve better, and there are better options out there. Currently, they're being held back for a number of reasons. If you want change, speak out on social media, boycott, and force their hands, and fight for equality.